The Xbox Games Showcase 2024 just ended today, and we got a ton of new information about games that are coming out very soon, or at least sometime in the next year or so, including a ton of information about the new Call of Duty Black Ops 6, with a full 25-minute direct on Black Ops 6 alone at the end of the showcase. But overall, we have a pretty long list, so let's just take a dive into everything that we got to see during the showcase. We got a first look at the new Black Ops 6 campaign trailer, and it looks absolutely fantastic. The new Call of Duty takes place after the events of Black Ops Cold War during the early 90s. We got to see some familiar favorites like Adler and Woods, as well as meet some new characters. Apparently, this year's Call of Duty will have players going rogue in a campaign designed to invoke all the high action of past Call of Duty campaigns. The devs apparently worked on making sure each mission was varied, intense, and each will provide different gameplay approaches like stealth or gun blazing action. During the direct at the end, we also got to get a glimpse at the multiplayer, which looks really interesting with that new movement system that they've been working on. We'll just have to wait and see what exactly the game's gonna be like when it launches on October 25 of this year. It's no secret on my channel that I'm a massive Doom fan, so when I saw the new Doom game trailer during the showcase, I was instantly hyped. The new Doom game titled The Dark Ages looks absolutely fantastic. It's what you'd expect from Doom, but some of the things featured in the gameplay trailer look different than previous titles while still having that awesome new Doom feel we've had since 2016. The Dark Ages seems like a very interesting take on the Doom franchise, and I can't wait to see more when the game launches sometime in 2025. We've known about State of Decay 3 since 2020, but the game has finally popped up again in today's showcase with a new trailer. The zombie shooter seems to have new enemies to contend with, and the story looks to be built around finding survivors and keeping up hope during the difficulty of an apocalyptic era. State of Decay 3 will apparently be an evolution for the series of games while still building on the previous two titles and maintaining a lot of the gameplay elements that made the first two games so beloved. Not too long ago, we found out that the next Dragon Age game would likely be coming out sometime this summer, and it's now confirmed that the next installment in the franchise is called Dragon Age the Veilguard. The trailer shows off many characters that we can expect to see in the next game of different classes, much like we had in Dragon Age Inquisition. In fact, it's confirmed that the game will center around 7 different companions, which is why the name was changed from Dreadwolf to the Veilguard. The game is now confirmed to be releasing in fall 2024. Fallout 76 is getting some new content soon, including the ability to play as the Ghoul, but that's coming in 2025. However, the new expansion, Skyline Valley, is releasing on June 12 for free and will include new areas and new enemies. The map of Fallout 76 will be expanded southward to the new Shenandoah region, where you will have to investigate the cause of an electrical storm and unveil the mystery of Vault 63. Bethesda's massive space-based RPG Starfield released last year and is finally getting a new DLC expansion called Shattered Space. We've been hearing news about a DLC for the game for some time now, but the trailer has given us a pretty good look at what we can expect. Shattered Space will apparently expand on the universe with new locations and story to follow. Additionally, some new content is being released today for the game, including the creation kit and more. With Blizzard now under Microsoft, we got to see new information about the next World of Warcraft expansion, The War Within, the game's 10th expansion, which launches on August 26. The expansion will go deep into the mythology of World of Warcraft, including storylines that have been ongoing over the game's past 20 years, and promises great gameplay and more to bridge new and old players alike. A new trailer was revealed for Stalker 2: Heart of Chernobyl, with new revealed locations, mutants, arc anomalies, gameplay, and more. Stalker 2's storyline is set to be non-linear, with the trailer highlighting the different parts of the story, as well as the zone and its importance. The trailer was revealed with the Ukrainian voice, which I'm sure will be a popular choice for many players. I know I'm certainly playing the game in its native language. Claire Obscure Expedition 33 is an upcoming reactive turn-based RPG that will take you into a world inspired by France's La Belle Époque, a period known for its artistic and cultural contributions. You will play as a member of the Expeditioners as you embark on a quest to end the Paintress's cycle of death. We got to see some of the gameplay we can expect in the title, as well as the companions and more. The trailer did also feature some cinematic elements, but there were some interesting gameplay showpieces in there as well. The game is set to release sometime in 2025. South of Midnight was first revealed last year, but we just got the first gameplay trailer during the showcase, where we see Hazel and her companion Catfish traveling through a flooded area inspired by the Mississippi Delta region. We got to see some gameplay as well as one of the bosses. South of Midnight will have a magic system and seems to have some almost Souls-like style combat in a way. South of Midnight also has a bit of a different art style, with the the low FPS graphics that we've been seeing get popular recently, and it releases sometime in 2025. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater got a new trailer today with some more reveal of the gameplay and story behind the upcoming Konami title. Using Unreal Engine 5, we got to see some brilliant visuals, but the game still maintains legacy controls and voice lines from the original version. A new third-person camera and control layout is being introduced, and the game will be a stealth-based espionage thriller that seems to warrant you finding your own weapons as you go throughout the story, utilizing stealth in your environment, and more. A new Sea of Thieves expansion is coming out soon, with the trailer showing off the return of Captain Flameheart while letting players take on an evil path this time around. A new world event will have players fight against Flameheart's flagship to seize it. You'll also get a skeleton crew and reap the rewards of your dark work. The free update will release on July 25, part of Season 13. The upcoming Souls-like Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn, got a new trailer during today's showcase. We got to learn more about the world of Kyan and the main character Nor Vanek, a Flintlock weapons expert who's on a quest to kill the gods that have invaded her world. Flintlock combines familiar Souls mechanics with fast-paced combat, magic, Flintlock weapons, and axe combat. The game looks quite exciting and has a great visual style from what we've seen. Flintlock The Siege of Dawn releases on July 18 this year. We got a first look at some gameplay from the rebooted Perfect, a game that has been highly anticipated by fans. The new Perfect Dark will feature Joanna Dark, Datadyne's elite agent, as she hunts down Daniel Carrington, one of the world's most wanted criminals. The new trailer showed off the game's setting of Cairo, Egypt, as well as some of the interesting sci-fi elements of both the world and the combat. It looks like it's going to be a great title, but we currently don't have an expected release date. Age of Empires studio World's Edge is releasing a new title called Age of Mythology Retold. The gameplay reveal showed off some of the exciting parts about the new title, with ancient deities and real-time strategy mechanics. Empires include ancient Egypt, Greece, and more. The title will release on both PC and console at launch and will release on September 4 of this year. We just got a first look at the major expansion for Diablo 4 titled Vessel of Hatred, which releases on October 8. The expansion was revealed in a pretty gruesome cinematic trailer, but we find that there is a new class called the Spiritborn, which uses the mystical spirits of the jungle to deal swift and devastating attacks. There's a jungle region called Nahantu where new dungeons, enemies, and more awaits alongside new PvE co-op activities and the ability to recruit mercenaries. The expansion is available for pre-order now and will unlock some in-game content if you do pre-order. Much like last year's Fable trailer, this year a man named Humphrey answers the question on what it means to be a hero. We got to see some more gameplay from Fable, as well as the types of enemies we can expect and the sort of environments we'll be playing in. From what we saw in today's trailer, Humphrey was a hero in Albion who is now getting pulled out of retirement when a mysterious figure from his past threatens the existence of their world. Fable is confirmed for a release date in 2025. Life is Strange Double Exposure sees the return of Max Caulfield years after we first saw her. Double Exposure features Max later in life now as an artist at Caledon University. However, her friend Sophie ends up murdered, and the game's story will follow the supernatural murder mystery, where Max will find a parallel reality in which Sophie is alive. The goal is to find her killer and figure out what happened. The game releases on October 29 for standard editions, but Ultimate Edition pre-orders will be able to play the title's first 2 chapters on October 15. The Elder Scrolls Online got a new trailer today celebrating 10 years of adventures within Tamriel. The MMO will also be getting a launch of the latest chapter, Gold Road, on June 18. You'll be able to discover the mystery of the Forgotten Prince, unlock the scribing system to create abilities, and delve into the West Weld, a part of Tamriel featured in Elder Scrolls Oblivion. We got to see a new trailer for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, the next installment in the franchise. This new title will feature the most diverse, detailed fleet of aircraft in a graphically impressive rendition of Earth. We got to see things like firefighting, search and rescue, remote cargo ops, air racing, and more. It looks like an absolutely brilliant flight simulator title and will introduce a lot of new elements to the game. Flight Simulator 2024 releases on November 19 this year. We've known for some time about the upcoming Indiana Jones game, but we finally got to see some gameplay and story from today's trailer about Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. You'll be able to play as Indiana Jones in the action game to uncover the truth behind a great mystery in the world. We got to see Indiana Jones and Gina in the Himalayas face off against enemies, as well as what sort of combat we can expect to see. The game will be released later this year. A new Avowed trailer dropped during the showcase, and Obsidian Entertainment's next game will take players into a journey through the Living Lands. The trailer shows us one of the 4 companions confirmed in the game named Giata. We also got to learn more about the story of Avowed, which will see players be envoys of the Adrian Empire, tasked with stopping the Dream Scourge, a mysterious blight afflicting the frontier. We didn't get an official release date, unfortunately, but the game is still releasing sometime this year. We got to check out a new Souls-like RPG RPG called Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, which will take place in the land of Shu, where you play as Wu Chang, a pirate warrior struck by amnesia and afflicted by a horrific disease that grants you powers. You fight against monsters and terrifying enemies as you contend against a curse, warring factions, and more. The visuals and gameplay look pretty cool, so it'll be interesting to see what else this Souls-like has in store for us. The game releases sometime in 2025. Fragpunk is an upcoming squad-based 5v5 hero shooter that is set to feature fast-paced combat, 10 heroes, 14 weapons, and 4 maps. The rules of engagement for each round are set up by activating power-up cards, which can change up the gameplay each time, creating unique combinations for fights. It does seem to have a pretty explosive style with bright, flashy colors and pretty nice visuals as well. Gears of War is back with a reveal of the next mainline title in the universe, Gears of War E-Day. The game will take place 14 years before Gears of War during the Emergence Day, and will follow Marcus Phoenix and Dom Santiago, who must face against the Locust Horde, monsters that erupt from the ground below. The trailer was made using in-game assets in Unreal Engine 5, but no release date has been given just yet. Ubisoft's next Assassin's Creed title, Assassin's Creed Shadows, got a new gameplay trailer today that showed off some of what we can expect to see in the next game. We got to see gameplay from both Naoe and Yasuke, and if you want to learn more about AC Shadows in general, you can check out my video where I dove deep into the reveal we got some time ago. We got to see more of the world and the weapons in the game, and we will get to see more information on the gameplay in Ubisoft's own livestream event coming soon. Shadows releases on November 15, 2024. Atomfall was revealed today, and it will be set in a post-apocalyptic Britain which has been destroyed by a nuclear disaster inspired by a real one that occurred back in 1957. The game follows your character 5 years after the event in a quarantine zone. The single-player survival action game will blend different genres including sci-fi and folk horror as you contend with the dangers ahead and explore the British countryside and villages. It sort of has a strong Fallout vibe to it, so this will be interesting to see more about hopefully in the coming months. Atomfall will be released in 2025. Mecha Break is an upcoming multiplayer mecha-based shooter that lets players customize their own mechas and face off against other players in intensive battles. The game looks pretty similar to Gundam, so if you're a fan of Gundam, I would say Mecha Break looks pretty interesting. There are several game modes like 6v6 battlefield modes, 3v3 arena modes, and a 60-player PvEVP game mode. There's a closed beta on the Series X in August 2024, but the game will be available to everyone in 2025. Mixtape follows 3 friends on their last night of high school as they embark on a route to their final party together in a playlist that draws them into a dreamlike reenactment of their memories together. Mixtape ties the narrative in with the playlist with skateboarding, theme parks, and so much more. The game will feature music from artists like Lush, The Smashing Pumpkins, and more, and it will be released sometime in 2025. Winter Burrow is an open-world, cozy survival game that follows a tiny mouse who must adventure through different environments in search of its lost aunt and collect resources to restore its childhood burrow. You'll be able to build up your burrow, take on challenges, and forage through the forest as you try to survive the cold winter. The game will be released sometime early 2025. This may not be a game, but Xbox did reveal that there are some new consoles coming out soon. First, there's a 1TB Series S in white coming out, an old digital Xbox Series X that will also be in white, and there is a 2TB special edition Galaxy Black Series X console coming out as well. Pricing is not currently available and pre-order details will be revealed soon, though the consoles are expected to be available to purchase around the holiday season. And with that being said, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed that video, feel free to leave a like and subscribe with notifications set to all so you never miss out on a single upload. Comment below which of these games you're the most excited for and what you thought about this year's showcase. I personally thought it was a solid one. Don't forget to check out our website for gaming news, guides, and more. The link to that as well as all our other important links are in the description below. Thanks again, and I'll see you all in the next one.